Okay, so what's cracking? Anyway, is the black woman God? No. Straight up. Just like that. No woman is God. What do I mean by that? Okay, so the people who believe that any woman is God, they normally believe this. There's only two gods that can create things. One God is the Almighty God in heaven. The other God is the woman on earth. But that theory is flawed. Why is it flawed? It's flawed because of this. So, all the other gods, the gods in heaven, they can't create anything. The other gods on earth, they can't create anything. Now, let me break it down better than that. So, a lot of people who believe that the woman is God, they believe that the woman is God just because they can have a baby, and that's flawed, and that's incorrect. They believe that the woman is even a God before she even has a kid, and that's wrong, and that's correct. I mean, incorrect. They believe that the woman is a God just standing alone, which is wrong and incorrect. Now, if anything, the woman would be a half a God. The man would be a half a God. When they come together as one and have a baby, for that time and for that moment of them creating a baby, they become a God. Do they stay a God after that? Most likely not. That's why we have some pretty crappy and messed up parents out here. But just for people to say that the woman is God, that's a very generic statement that throws a lot of people off. And people don't understand it because it's not said correctly. Now, the closest person to being a God on earth and standing alone would not be the woman necessarily, but more specific, it would be the older woman, but more specific, it would be the grandmom. But more specific, it would be not just any grandmom, but a grandmom who, before she became a grandmom, had a daughter. And the reason is because when a woman gets pregnant and she's pregnant with a little girl, she is not only just carrying that little girl, but the little girl is born with all of her eggs, which is the grandmom's future kids, possible kids, half of the life force of her grandkids. The grandmom is actually carrying her kid and her kids' kids, half of it. So the grandmom actually would be a god to two generations. So if anybody is a god standing alone, it would be the older woman who is a grandmom who gave birth to a daughter who had kids. Okay? Ghetto Fitness checking in and checking out. Peace.